Praise the Lord. I am too blessed to be ignored. Hi. That one touched me. Ay, ay, ay. Too blessed to be ignored. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Without wasting time, we're going to be calling on Tochi, who has a special spoken word. A round of applause. Let's go. Tochi is in the house.
My mother, she shows empowerment. She gave me life. She's like a rock in a floating ocean that I can grasp onto. I find myself drowning, but a light guides the way. A lighthouse, a stronghold arose by the tales my mother has told. I love my mother. She is like no other. She is free, and there is no one like thee. My mother is like my shoes. I clasp onto her when I need something to hold myself up. I tie my shoelaces the way my mother taught me. My mother is like my arms, those arms that help me to swim, those arms that make me feel thin. My mother is the breath that I need to keep going. I feel a sense of comfort when I'm wrapped in my mother's arms, kind of like a baby in a barn. My mother gives me warmth, just like a heater on a winter cold day. She's the light to my array. My mother gives me confidence. You're beautiful, she says. She tells me things I need to hear. She gives me the confidence to be standing up here talking to you today. Hallelujah! I love my mother. She is like no other. My mother is great. My mother is strong. My mother makes me feel tight, like the hairbands that constantly wrap around my arms. My mother is a cradle. She comforts me when I'm down, and I light up when she's around. I am like a light. I flick on and off. My mother is like my light switch. She turns the light on, and a brightness is struck within me. My mother empowers me. She gives me space and words that I can face. She tells me stories. She tells me words. I'm beautiful, my mother says. As the days go on, she never fails to amaze me. My mother works. She works hard and hard to provide for me. My mother is like a balloon. She floats around me and guides me through the abyss when I find myself lost. My mother gives me purpose, hope, and joy. I find myself crying. My mother's arms are like a cloth. She wipes my tears and guides me through all my fears. Psalms 139 verses 14. My mother is wonderfully and fearfully made. My mother drew me closer to God. Without her, where would I be? Lost, searching for a rock to exalt. I love my mother, for she is like no other. Happy Mother's Day.
A round of applause. You can do better than that. You can do better than that. You can do better than that. A round of applause. That was very touching. That was very touching. That was very touching.